Okay, now Greg, do you notice how everything's kind of shrinking in? Okay, make things bigger. But it's still kind of shrinking in, right? Still kind of staying small.
I could probably step in Chase already. He's taking the Ukemi.
There's a withdrawal. That's a spear with a shield. That's a little bit of a spear. Is that right, Greg? Is that right, Fred?
Yeah.
Okay, so Fred, how can you help Greg change his intention? What are you asking for?
I'm asking for a bowl of soup.
And is he giving you the bowl of soup?
No.
What's he doing instead?
He's holding it, keeping it for himself.
So, Greg, you have to want him to have that. First, make it real in your mind that what you have there is nutritious and wonderful. It's going to be so good for him. Okay, and then want him to have it. Okay, but something's hitting resistance, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's happening when you get over there, Greg?
He's not dealing with my center at all. He's dealing with my arms.
All right. So you got here, and you know that technique has something to do with knocking his hand over here. Right. So you're trying to get a technique to happen instead of offering him the soup.
Spear. He's kind of lifting my hands up now.
Okay, so can we trade? Greg, can you grab the camera over here, please? So it's easy for us, especially if we've done Aikido for a while, to know where these paths may be. But then what happens is I'm not connecting with my partner anymore. As Henry Kono said, Aikido is taking the yin and yang of him and the yin and yang of me and combining it into one thing, unification. Okay? But if I'm trying to do my thing and he's trying to do his thing, it's not unified. But by wanting him to have this bowl of soup, this changes everything. Now we're moving together. See, his Ukemi is producing all this. His energy flow has just made all that happen. And because the energy is just the attack is just kind of trickling out, that energy is being stopped up. Fred has a good grip, but sometimes in practice, we sacrifice a good attack by gripping really hard. And what that does is really stops ki flow. Think about how ice wouldn't move now. If this became icy, there would be no flow of water. But if it was melted, the flow would be, hey, can I have my soup? And then I can kind of feel where all these things are going, not giving me soup. So he's going to loosen up his grip a little bit so that he can flow energy more like a real attack, okay? And then you can see that if I try to do these techniques, it just gets him to hold even stronger, right? It starts to get him to start shielding and things like this, okay? But if I want him to have the soup, his body does all these other different things. Our bodies move together because the energy that he's flowing into my center actually changes us both. That's not me. That would look like this. Hold strong. I can't move him. But if I extend and flow, we both start turning together. So Fred, can I have that chocolate you promised me? So where do you feel the resistance?
My wrist.
Okay, when do you start feeling it? Do you feel it now?
Yeah, well, I'm causing it.
Yes, and how are you causing it?
I'm pushing on you.
Right, you're using it as a shield to hold me back. So I want you to change the way you're looking at me. Hold this piece of chocolate you want to give me. So did you notice, as soon as he shifted his consciousness, his feet became unlocked. Because his defense response is geared, is connecting his whole body to this thing, and he's holding solid there. So when I grab him, that sends this message to his feet, you better not go, you'll go off the cliff. So we're going to change that by getting your consciousness into the candy, which is between your fingertips. No, see, he did it deliberately that time. His body learned that. It says, oh, my body says, oh, if I just do this, it'll all work. that only happens as a result of you changing your intention. So you're going to change your intention. Just want me to have this. No, see, you didn't. You tried to get it over here before you wanted me to have it.
Right.
Just want me to have it and see what happens. Okay, almost, but you can see that Fred is deflecting this attack again. He's deflecting it, like with a shield. So I want you to give me the chocolate. Want me to have it. Want me to have it. Yes. Okay. So there you see a change in consciousness, and all of a sudden there's not resistance anymore.